Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live stream. Today is day 59 of 100 days of drawing, and it's I don't know, I'm trying to think about I'm trying to rationalize what I'm trying to think. I can't. It's really early, and I've been procrastinating. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it a little bit. I'm going to talk about it. Okay. Anyways, I hope you enjoy what I draw. It's going to be 30 minutes, and let's begin. So yeah, I was there we go. So the day has just begun. I got the timer on, so I know. And yeah, I've been procrastinating all morning. I just didn't want to do it. Like, I don't know. It's just, I think everyone assumes that like drawing is just like this beautiful fun activity from time to time, right? And I hate to be like this like complaining, but like, oh gosh, I woke up, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it for a while. I think it's because I've been doing this for 59 days straight, and it's feeling more like a chore, and I'm not able to I don't know. I can't figure out why it feels this way, other than so let's see, the head of this toy. I need to get, okay, it's about right. I can't seem to shake free. I think maybe what's happening is I have, outside of doing these live streams, I have a litany of things to do. Is litany a good word for it? Is litany a word? I have a lot of things I have to do. And I mean, everyone does, right? Everyone has a lot of things they have to do, but not everyone's live streaming their drawings, you know. I don't know. I digress. Anyways, everyone has a lot of things to do, but like it just seems like I feel like this feels more like a chore than anything. I think maybe I would be more at home if the live stream was like more long format, where I could slow down a bit, right, and really focus on the drawing and not talk so much. I wish I could draw. I think deep down inside, I wish I could draw for about 2.5 hours of this style. Like, I would have a full still life. I would have a bunch of objects. I'd feel more comfortable. I could slow down, and you could see the progress of the piece, right? But for some reason, it's just like where I'm at now. I still can't seem to really get into it, and it's, some days it feels like I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and reality is this toy's arm. This is too long. I need to shorten it. Look at the top part's right here, but there we go. I had to move the arm a little bit closer, because he's got this little, I guess it's like she's like a construction worker with like some sort of electronics in her hand. I don't know what that is. It's like a cheap like satellite phone, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the time that I'm doing this. Like, there's no, gosh, it sounds like I'm making excuses, you know. There's no ample time for it. I guess many of you wouldn't understand until you have until you're a parent, right? Like, there's a reason why a lot of parents don't get a lot of things done during the day when they're watching their kid, right? This is because it's like, if you're actually actually, if you're really actually, wow, I got to shorten this a little bit. Probably need to be shortening more than that. But if you're really present with your kid, and some days I'm not, because of, the world, right? We can't always be, we always have to carry the burden of things on our shoulders, right? If you're present with your kid, you're not getting stuff done. You might get some dishes done maybe, but if you're really, really present, and I'm very present with mine. I don't watch any shows. I do get caught in the YouTube or podcast loop from time to time because I like to hear what people are saying, And oh gosh, I'm taking too long. I need to see how much time I have. I need to have. There we go. A window open that shows how much time I have. Gosh, I hate having charcoal in my hands and trying to touch the mouse, Yeah, there we go. I need to see how much time I have so I can kind of get a gauge of where I need to be with my drawing. So I have 19 minutes left. So I just need to know where I'm at. So I'm using the timer to kind of dictate the pace. So I am going slower than normal, and it's because it's early in the morning, and I hate using that as a crutch. But really, like how many of you are up in the morning like, I want to go jogging 5 miles? Not many are, right? And even the ones that do jog 5 miles, they like use that jogging to kind of wake themselves up. So I'm going really slow with my drawing. I don't know why. I think it's because I can't give an answer. It's because it's early. No joke, I have been literally just piddling around on my computer, procrastinating doing this. I don't know what it was. I don't know if I didn't want to do it, or it's just I don't know if it was because I don't know if it's let's see, did I not want to do it, or I just wanted to. Oh, here's what it was. I think the psychology behind it, the reason why I was taking my time is I wanted to have the luxury of doing it on my own time, meaning I didn't want to have to hop right into it. Because normally I've been hopping right into it, and that feels like I'm forcing myself to do something that I don't really want to do. And I think a lot of us know, like when you are forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do, you don't want to do it, and it actually makes it worse. You do it either like haphazardly, or you do it with like a level of malice. No, not malice. Like a anger or frustration. You're like, I gotta do this anyways. So you do it, but you don't do it well. So I've been trying to. I was trying to do is I was trying to psych myself out this morning in a fashion like, well, maybe if I go slower and I feel like I'm in the mood to do it, like I'm not necessarily in the mood to draw in the AM. Not many people are, right? But I wanted to kind of psych myself out, psych myself into it, And I also felt like I didn't want to be beholden to having to draw, right? And so by taking it slow in the morning, I felt like that it felt nice. This kid, this like little construction worker lady has I don't know, like I'm not looking like well, as I think I stated this before with these toys, is they're in a weird state. Like they want to make everything soft and round and subtle, but they also want to add like hard angles, and it just makes it hard to render those soft angles, for me at least. Um, yeah. So I just wanted to have the feeling that I wasn't being forced to draw these things. And so that's why I kind of took my time this morning. It's gonna bite me in the butt later on because I'm not gonna be able to do my some of my portrait drawing for the morning. You know, just like I'm like maybe after this drawing I might even have some coffee. You know, I just want I'll have some coffee. Mondays are the worst. Monday is the worst day to do these things. That's just why it's literally nonstop moving, and I think I have to do a lot of like dropping people off, partially because I only have one vehicle, so I gotta pick up people and drop people off. You know, I'm not doing a good job with this person's helmet. Not doing a good job at all. And I have 14 minutes, so probably I need to kick it up a notch. You know, I do need to kick it up a notch. But I'm not doing a good job with this person's face. That dude keeps saying, I'm not doing a good job at all, really. Yeah, so it's just a weird thing to be in, weird responsibilities that we all have to do. We all have these responsibilities that we have to do, and we all know, you don't always. It's not like you always particularly want to do them, right? But you have to do them because it's like if you're responsible for yourself, right? You should be doing them. And I set the goal of drawing 100 days, and which everyone's like that. If you think about it, it's like that's not a big deal. You can draw 100 days, no problem. Many of us can draw 100 days, no problem. I think the big part is actually the doing it live. I think that's what's causing the hiccup, because I spend the lives portion of this. There's actually a lot of preparatory work involved prior, because I don't really have a designated space for this. Maybe during the summer when I'm not doing Zoom teaching, I'm not teaching during Zoom meetings, and I'm going to keep my desk clear, but I'm not constantly having to change it in and out. Just a lot of movement happening in this area. So yeah, I probably should shift towards using a what you call it. This one has another. This toy has like a little smirk too, like hey, I'm smirking at you, bro. Apparently, that's what these dolls do now. They smirk. I think the nose probably could be a little higher, unfortunately, and the eyes gotta be. The hair I gave too much. I'm showing too much of the hair, so I need to go a little higher so I can put the eyes in. I think I've made the head. There you go. I think the head works a little bit better like that. A little bit, not much better, but a little bit better. Oh no. I think maybe the eyes need to be a little bit closer right here. And maybe a little bit higher actually. So I've got to bring this hairline up so I can fit the eye in there. There, I think that's a little bit better. Nope. The hairline's a little. I just need to bring the hairline up higher. or maybe I need to be better at drawing the other side of the eye here. Anyways, I don't know. I can't dwell on it too much. The eyes feel a little bit small. I think they need to be a little bit larger. So I'm kind of getting too micro now, but perhaps that's not the case. Actually, yeah, I'm not getting micro enough. It's 10 minutes in, so technically I should be jumping into my charcoal stick. Excuse me. I slowed down a little bit too much, and it's gonna bite me. It's gonna bite me in the. It's gonna. Now, I used the chamois last time. I don't know if I want to use the chamois. I don't know. I always find that the chamois, it's nice to use to kind of like mass out the areas. But I think I'll just do this. I'll just kind of blur it out with my hands and soften up with my hand, the back of my hand, as opposed to using the chamois. And I'll just go over my areas with a line, so that way I can. So this area needs to be a little bit rounded. Yeah, so I'm feeling a little bit better now, but yeah, there's days. This morning, I literally woke up at 3. Actually, I didn't wake up at 3. I had my alarm wake me up at 3, and I hit the snooze button until about 4, and then I did all my morning stuff, and I didn't get out of. I finished my shower by like 5. I was like, I was moving at snail speed, and then I went to the area that I work in, for my little drawing studio / office area, and I'm like, let's start this. Let's start this action here, and I started it, and I was like, I started casually cleaning up the area, making it available for me to draw, right? Making it making it like conducive for me to kind of start my drawing, right? I just and slowly I cleaned out the area, moved the object that I drew last night, and removed that and put it in another area, and then I removed the drawing from the previous night and put it on my pile of other drawings, and then I slowly cleared out the area, moved the easel back in the spot because it was moved. Just all kinds of stuff. And I just casually taking my time. I was like, why not, man? I have loads of time, and I don't see myself getting into my commission today. I might be able to get into it a little bit. I don't know. I need to work on it every day, but it's very hard to. Mondays are probably my most busiest day, where I they're busy. All my days are busy, but Monday's the most busy because I have to do a lot of commuting, a lot more because I'm dropping people off. I'm literally dropping other people off to work. And so that really bogs you down, right? I'm trying to decide. I got 7 minutes left. I don't know. I'm really going slow because I have so much. Because what time is it? 6:11. Because I have quote unquote so much quote unquote time. Technically, I don't have anything. If I'm not going to draw on my commission today, I could technically draw this till 7, so I can take my time a little bit. But I'm going to try to speed it up a bit. I don't know. Maybe I'll go slower. Maybe I'll go faster. I don't know. I'm really slowing down, on this drawing. I'm talking too much, really. It's Monday. It's early. I'm being quasi cautious with my mark making. not as like belligerent with the mark making. I'm being a little bit overly cautious, or with the line weight, with the outlining, I guess. Which is a good bad thing. It means it's good that it's going to be a little bit more what it looks like from life, but it also means I'm going to be slower, you know. And I don't know, man. I just been today, almost every day with this 100 days of drawing has just been like, each day is a little bit more harder to get going. It's harder to do it, and part of it is like the wear and tear of getting up so early. I'd love to be able to do this on my own time. The thing is, what's frustrating to me at the moment is I don't have like my own like time for myself, and that I think that can be kind of heartbreaking at times, where you don't really have a time for yourself. I think the most me time I have is like literally sitting down and drinking coffee. I don't really particularly like coffee. I just think the things that come from drinking coffee is really therapeutic for me. It's because like I'm able to just kind of sit there and not even reflect, just like not think, right? Not have to worry. Let those things that you have to do for the day kind of melt away, because they're going to be there after your coffee is done. They're going to be there after your coffee's done. But take the moment and just to kind of have a cup of coffee. It's like literally, it's the weirdest thing. It's like so weird that is a thrilling part of my life at the moment. I think because it's a time where you're not even obligated for anything. Like you literally, there's nothing pulling your attention. There's nothing saying, hey, you got to do this. Hey, you got to do that. Don't forget. Got to pay these bills. You got to pay that. Don't forget to contact this person. Don't forget to reply to this email. You got to do all or grade all these papers. You got to grade all these drawings. And you got to reply to someone on Facebook. You got to post this on Instagram. Blah, 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 blah. Like, man, talk about just stuff. Like, and you're like, oh gosh, can I just sit here, have a cup of coffee, and then all that garbage and noise can come back to me right afterwards? And that's really what it is. I'm not saying it's garbage, but like all that like just life noise that we all have to deal with, right? Just kind of just lingering, just like pulling at your attention, just like wanting, just doing this person's hand, this toy, she doesn't have a hand. It just like merges into like the walkie-talkie thing. It's like yeah, it just merges into the walkie-talkie thing. So I mean, we all deal with it. We all have those things that we have to do. I mean, especially like a lot of us have that 9 to 5. Oh my gosh, dude. That 9 to 5's, you wake up, you got to go to a job that you might not like, you might not like it. And that is heart-wrenching. Like I'm doing something I actually enjoy. And I actually enjoy drawing, but sometimes, like it's like pulling teeth. Like this is like, I'm doing this because it makes me fearful. Like I'm scared of going live. I'm scared because I say a lot. I say a lot of bad things. I like bad things, but like I just like, it takes me a while to compose my thoughts, and I like to think that I have some interesting thoughts, but like it really takes me a while. Like I'll say a bunch of bad just garbage, Like it'll just make no sense. Like, what's this person talking about? What is he saying? And then after like 30 minutes, oh, all that noise coalesced into one magnificent idea. But no, it's more like blah 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 blah. You know, after a while, it's like, gosh, when's this gonna stop talking about nothing? You know. Anyways, it's hard drawing. It's hard doing this every morning. It's hard doing it in the morning. That's why I'm trying to make an effort to do them on my days that I'm not obligated throughout the day, to do them like around noonish, where I have a little bit of time, and I'm a little bit more awake. I'm able to. I'll draw a little bit faster. I'm drawing really slow right now, because of a lot of my time, a lot of my mental capacity is kind of talking, you know. So that's 25 minutes. I have about 5 minutes left technically, but I might go a little bit longer because I have a small time reserve today, like a small little time reserve, and that's fine. I think that's okay. I like the fact that I have a little bit of a time reserve. I only have to sacrifice like my own commission work. Yeah, I think I might take it a little bit easy today. Like I think what I'll do is I'll have my commission kind of like open, and then when I get a small current like nugget of time throughout the day, I'll work on it a little bit here and there. Yeah, so I'll work on it here and there. I don't know. I might not get any of it done. Who knows? I might not. I don't know, because so I'm getting better at the proportions of these toys. I still feel like I might give them a little bit too much credit to the. I might be too generous with the waist. The feet might be pretty close, but like the waist, I feel like I'm making the waist a little larger. Is this person has like a hammer? I can't tell if it's a hammer. Well, I'm not going to draw that because I just now noticed that there's a hammer there. I'm just going to put like I don't know. I'm going to put something like right here. And let's do like. So I noticed that there was like a hammer on this, but I'm not going to draw the hammer. So now I know I'm going to pretend, well, maybe I might draw it. I might be able to fit it in there. Like we'll put like a little hammer here. It's like cartoonly drawn on there. There you go. There's a hammer. And then on the other side, I think there's like a wrench. Is it a wrench? Yeah, let's say there's like a wrench here. I'm just doing a generic wrench. I'm not doing the one that is on the actual object. It's too tiny and it makes it like it's kind of blurry. Yeah, and that's a little generic wrench that I'm going to put there just for fun. I'm not drawing the wrench from what I see on the actual still life. And that's probably not a good idea. I probably should have drew what I saw. But it's okay. No one's gonna notice it unless I tell them, and I've already told you. So this is, oops, I'm messing up my lines. Anyhow, I really am taking my time on this. I don't know why. I'm just kind of lazy. It's hard to claim being lazy when you've literally live streamed about 25 hours of drawing in the past 50, 60 days. So I can't say I'm lazy, but to me, I feel lazy, right? And it's actually more time involved than that, because I actually half the time you spend. This is not a studio space. This area that I'm working in. This is not a studio space. It's an office that gets modified to a studio space every time I go live stream. I do a live stream, so I convert it to a studio space every time I do a live stream. So it's just a regular room until I do a live stream, and then it's a room that I do a live stream in, and then after the live stream I break it down. I guess the analogy would be, it's like having a concert in your room every day, and you and you have to break down the set every day. So I'm always breaking down the set every day, and then I'm coming back to the set the next day, and I'm rebuilding it and breaking it down, rebuilding it, breaking it down. So that's what I have to deal with. Not complaining, just stating it out loud, I guess. I'm trying to rationalize what I'm trying to make rationalize my what I'm doing, so people know, I guess. I don't know. Let's start by okay, so that's been 30 minutes. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this like drawing. I'm gonna get the hair in there, and then I don't know how much longer I'm gonna spend on it, because I'd really like to have a cup of coffee. And that goes back to the point of like just feeling like you have a point of control in your life. I think the coffee thing for me is having a level of control in your life, right, where you can just kind of reflect. I don't even know if it's control, maybe controlling over your time. By doing that, by being able to sit down and have coffee, you're not just having coffee, you're setting the pace of the day. You are saying that I am the keeper of my time. No one else is the keeper of my time. I have control over it. And being able to sit down and have a cup of coffee in the morning basically sets the statement, the precipice, or the precedent that I am in control of my time. And I like that notion of being able to control my time, because if you don't have control of your time, you don't have control of your life, I guess. Being able to manage your time and to utilize it in areas that you feel are of value, are very important. I think a lot of us we don't really value our time, in a sense where like we do, but we don't. We squander it on things that we don't think about. Like a lot of us, like subconsciously, will squander it on a show, right? I mean, there's always going to be so many shows. Like there's so many shows out there. I've stated this before. It's like there's more. I think I've given this character like evil eyes. The eyes that are on the toy are much more gentle, and unfortunately, I've set them up that kind of look like evil eyes. So I don't know how to make them softer at the moment. So like we squander our time on things, I've often said to friends and family and all that kind of stuff, like, listen, there's more TV shows out there. I'd love to watch all the TV shows. I'd love to watch some of these shows that you guys are talking about. But there's literally more there's more shows and movies that I'd love to watch. There's animes, cartoons, and video games especially. There's more of those than I literally have days left on the planet. And do I want to spend my time watching shows that only give me a small amount of value in my life? Or do I want to do something like this where I'm actually doing something of at least of value to me? Even though as much of a burden it is, and Sorry. And as much as I don't always want to do these drawings, there is some level of satisfaction that comes from doing these things. And do I want to reflect back and say, you know what, at the end of the day, like, after watching those shows, what do I have to gain from it? Like, to some extent, I could say, like, well, I'm more culturally aware, right? I'm more aware of the popular culture in today's society. Like, that could be an argument. Yeah, that might be a fair argument to say, as to why you would want to watch that. You'd be able to have conversations with people about these things, because that's what a lot of people watch. But maybe what you could do about that is you could flip it and just have them tell you about it. I mean, have them talk to you about their experience watching the show. And I actually do that often. I'm like, I want to hear what your thoughts on it. That's pretty cool. Maybe I might get to watching it someday. And when in reality, I probably won't get to watching it, but like, maybe I might watch a tidbit here and there. And don't get me wrong, I'm just like every other person. I'll slide out of my regimen and watch some things, just because I do get enjoyment out of watching those things. But like, I don't want to make it a habit of like just using that as an excuse to watch a ton of content and watch a ton of stuff, that don't they bring me value, but they don't improve me to an extent. Right? I don't improve myself. I don't get better at something. It doesn't enlighten me in any way. As a matter of fact, it probably it alters my brain chemistry, I guess. So it doesn't enlighten me. It doesn't make me a thinker. I don't grow from it. It's just like eye candy, right? Like think like Transformers, like special effects, this eye candy, right? It's just there to kind of keep you entertained for a little bit. But I think put it this way, like, put in the context, like, nowadays I don't watch a lot of like Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything. I think I watch like maybe a couple hours a week, and that is way less than the average. I think the average person, American, I don't know if this is a true fact, but the average American, something like 7 hours a day, 4 to 6 hours a day is like the average amount of screen time, shows and stuff that people watch in a day, And is that something I want to be like? That's not a bragging point. That's not something you want to brag about. Like, oh, I watch 6 hours of TV a day, That's not something you want to take home and say and claim, be your claim to fame. I don't want to be that person. So I don't watch a lot of stuff. It may make me less aware of the happenings of the day, but you know what? I think there's enough noise out there, and people are maybe not as genuine as they claim to be. Like, especially television stuff, man. All those people on television are probably fake. You got to hold those people with a grain of salt. At least when you hear me talk, like, mistakes and all, like, there's some genuineness to it. Is that a word? Genuinity? I don't know. Is it genuineness? Can you put ness at the end of genuine? This is case in point. This is how genuine I am. I'm arguing with myself over the whether or not genuineness is a word. Might be on like Urban Dictionary. I have to check that out. Like, anyways, this whole hat area is all wrong, and I'm fine with that. I'm gonna soften it up, and that way I'm gonna put I'm gonna soften this area up, make it like a gray tone, and that way if I pull out some highlights, like 5 minutes later from now, I might be able to have, oh, it's 40 minutes. Oh, it's 6:32. Oh, gosh. I am taking my time. I'm just taking my time. Should I feel bad that I'm taking my time? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I feel much better going slow on this drawing than going fast. I think my tempo for drawing is to draw for about an hour at this pace, and I might get less done, but at least it'll have a more of a finished quality to it, because I feel like, I don't know, it just feels, it'll just feel better. I like the idea of not having to feel like I'm rushing to get the drawing done. And that's what 30 minutes feels like. That I think 40 minutes, like I could stop at 40 minutes. This is 40 minutes. I feel like I've gotten it's not great, it's not bad. I know you hear me say that all the time, right? I'm not bragging about it. Maybe I should put like, oh, that's what those are. I always wondered what those little things were. So this construction lady has like these shoes, and I didn't know what these little lines meant. Apparently, they're supposed to be like shoelaces. So, you know, they're shoelaces. So I'm gonna put them in there. Little lines here. And you got the little stitching, or kind of stitching. And maybe put like the black arrows here, or kind of put the black arrows there. I want to darken this side a little bit more. Let's put there's like a little dump truck here. I'm gonna draw like a really simplified version of it. You know, it looks like it's a simplified version of a dump truck. There you go. And I'll put like some lines here to kind of signify there's a dump truck and this is a window, maybe. There you go. There's my dump truck that I'm overly simplifying for the picture. Maybe I should darken this side up a little bit more. Yeah, so I'm just taking my time. I'm not being as vigorous with the line weight because I have a little bit of a, I don't know. I just don't feel like being heavy with my lines. Oops. That's why I don't want to feel. That's why I feel like I don't want to be heavy with my lines. Because I did that. Oh gosh, I like slipped. Oh, that's awful. Hey, very rarely do you see me use an eraser to erase a mistake. I'll just leave it there. All right, that's a little bit better. I saw my hand moving and I was like, oh no, it's not going the way that I want it to go. So I might try something like this. I want to see if this works. There we go. Just doing a little, there we go. And maybe a little bit of yeah, maybe just do some little darker lines here. Maybe just like darken this up. And so yeah, then maybe do some like hatching right here. Some hatching right here. Maybe some hatching on the toy here. All right, and let's do a little bit of softening up, and then do some erasures. I'm going to soften up this darker tone here. So I'm going to soften this up a little bit. And now what I want to do is I think I'm Let's see if I can do this right here. I want to bring out like a little bit of highlight here. So this is what I've been trying to do a little bit. It's kind of like mess around with the contrast on areas that are darker, right? To kind of bring out those forms. So like that's a little lighter. Lightening that up is gonna, it forces the eyes it increases that contrast a little bit. You know, that's not what's really happening in the still life. It's happening to a small extent, but it's not like happening to the extent that I'm rendering it at. And you know, just do a little bit of highlighting here, pull some of these forms out here. You know, just kind of yeah, just kind of do the nose, do the face here. Obviously there's a giant cast shadow happening here. It's probably I can probably get a little bit away with doing around the eyes here a little bit, kind of soften that up. Need to bring that nose out some more. There's some happening right here, a little highlight here. Try to bring it out some, or at least show it to an extent. And then the teeth are wider than that, and maybe pull out some of the brims here. Maybe a little bit of highlight here. So I'm just like being very simplistic. Like clearly this helmet doesn't, it needs to be accounted for with the value. It's not like that. It's actually much brighter, and there's really not a lot of dark tones on it, but that's fine. I'm just kind of doing that on purpose to kind of highlight certain aspects of it, you know. Yeah, not a bad little drawing session. I probably spent more time on it than I usually do, but I have a little bit of a time reserve. So I think what I'm going to do is just, what am I going to do? I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. It's at a good spot. I'm going to sign it, write out P for Pierson 21 for the year 2021, and then day 59 of 100. Pretty soon it's probably going to be day 59 of 200. So that's it. That was a good little session. You know, not great. I went a little slow, but not like I in theory I probably could have got this drawing done in like 30 minutes if I would just stopped yapping, or if I was a little bit more awake. But you know, it wasn't a bad little session. And I say it every time because I don't not that I have like high expectations for myself, but like, you know, we all expect certain things. Yeah, it was pretty good little drawing day. Not bad. Not upset with it. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Monday, right? I know a lot of us have like, you know, Mondays are like like just like poopy, right? But you know, you got to kind of what kind of things can I say that will make it sound more relevant or more important? Well, you know, there really isn't any Monday. It's just a day. We've kind of labeled it a Monday. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. I got to get going. Enjoy your Monday. Cheers.